about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Arizona Cardinals. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go!
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Hey, 152, 152. He's time to move.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try the left side. It's Harrison. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On third down, Jackson. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how deep.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Quad. Big dash. Go. Check. Check. Crunch.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Harrison. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
To throw is Jackson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Second and 6.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to swear you up. Watch out, watch out.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brings up third down and 8.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Able to find Isabella. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
That's good for the Cardinals. First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Cardinals nothing.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Wide, get wide. Pull it, half. Mike's 59. Plus. Hey, man up, D. Man up,
Throwing on first down is Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score. Ravens 10. Cardinals nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. So don't say nothing.
Murray now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, third and long. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll run on first down. Harrison. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down now, it's Harrison. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. But he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Check, 59, 59. Watch the right.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Jim.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. Now he's flushed out right. And the pressure gets to him again. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Arizona. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
That's good for a Cardinals first down.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Complete to Marquise Brown. A gain of 11 on the play. And a Raven first down.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
We own them. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. 29. Mike 29.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
After the sack, you could understand him maybe being a little bit nervous back there, a little skittish. But he looked awfully decisive when he took off and ran.
Very decisive and picked up that first down in the process. Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And an alley to run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
On second down, Johnson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On the double. 59, Mike. Check, 59. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Throw left side complete. That's Sparks. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first down, Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Bring it. Check safety.
They'll run on first down. Fleming. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Tight dog. Match box. Mike. Hey, man. Watch it. Mike 5. Ready to go.
From the gun on third down, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here we go.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
At the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Crunch time, defense.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. This defense continues to be good on third down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should fourth down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. On first down, it's Harrison. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson. And an alley to run. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. This one caught by Isabella. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Murray now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Kill. Motion to backfield.
Murray now on 1st down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And this one complete to Reed. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive...
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They go play action with Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. In a tie game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run. Read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on second and long. Jackson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. Marquise Brown, 55 yards, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Again, it's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Ready. Come on, 59. Here we go, D.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Check 24. Check 24.
And an alley to run. The 20. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
29 is the mic. 29. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Hey, check the backer. Check the backer. 29. 29. I got him. 29 is the mic. Shut up.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Incomplete in the end zone.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. One last shot for Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though, a few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the fourth quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for the Cardinals, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.